Hi everyone, my name is Rozenberg. People call me Rivki. Today I will teach you 5th graders a lesson about time. Let's begin. What will we do today? First of all, we will learn all about time. Next, we will play some fun games, and we will do an art activity about time, of course. Let's start our lesson. By the end of this lesson, you can tell time in English. What do you need to prepare for this lesson with me today? You would need a notebook, a pencil and an eraser, colors, and some materials for arts and crafts. Go and get these materials, but don't forget to come back, okay? Hi again. I hope you got these materials for our lesson today. Let's begin. What do you see in the picture? It's a funny picture, right? I see a boy and he's holding a little clock. Why is he doing that? What is that? Can he tell time? Can you tell time? Let's learn about time in English. What time is it? What time is it now? Here it is 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. What time is it here on this clock? You're right. It's 2 o'clock. What time is it here? It's 9:30. See the small handle of the clock is on the 9 and the longer one is on 30, on 6. It's 9:30. What time is it here? It's 8:30. It's 8:30. What time is it here? You're right. It's either 6:15. There are two ways of saying it. Either 6:15 or it's 6:15. People usually in the UK, in Britain, they say in England, they say it's 6:15. And in America and in Canada, where I'm from, you say it's 6:15. What time is it here? It's 12 o'clock. Whenever the two handles are on, it's a round time, either 1, 2, 3, both handles are on 12, you add the word o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. But 12 o'clock is very special because you have 12 o'clock in the afternoon and 12 o'clock at night, midnight. So there are 3 ways of saying 12 o'clock. Either it's 12 o'clock, or it's noon in the afternoon, or it's midnight, chatzot in Hebrew. It's noon or it's midnight. Now let's look at this little exercise I have here for you. Look at the clock. Choose the correct answer. What time is it here? Is it 3 o'clock? Number 2, 5 o'clock? Or 9 o'clock? What do you think? Think for a second. What time is it here? Perfect! It's 9 o'clock. What do you do at 9 o'clock? At 9 o'clock in the morning, I have breakfast. At 9 o'clock at night, I usually read a book. Let's continue with a few more exercises like this. What time is it here? Is it the 4 option? Number 1, it's 10 past 10, 10 minutes past 10 o'clock. It's quarter past 10, 15 minutes after 10. Number 3, it's 10 o'clock. Or number 4, it's half past 10. What do you think? Bravo! It's 10 past 10. Or some people say it's 10 minutes after 10 or 10 minutes past 10. It's 10 past 10. What time is it here? Number 1, it's 9:30. Number 2, it's 8:30. Or it's 8 o'clock. What do you think? Very good. It's 8:30. What do you do at 8:30? At 8:30 in the morning, I go walking in the park. At 8:30 p.m. at night, I usually start reading my book. What time is it here? You try now. Look at the clock. Option number 1, it's 20 past 10, 20 minutes past the hour 10 o'clock. Number 2, half past 11, means 11:30. Or it's 20 to 11, 20 minutes to 11. What do you think? Perfect! It's 20 to 11. Or another way of saying it's 10:40. It's 20 to 11 or 10:40, 40. One more. Are you ready? What time is it here? Number 1, it's 9 o'clock. Number 2, it's quarter past 9 or 9:15, as I said in the US and Canada. Or it's half past 9, 9:30. What do you think? Bravo! It's quarter past 9 or 9:15, you can also say. One more, are you ready? What time is it? It's 5 minutes to 9. Or is it's half past 9? Or it's noon. Which option would you choose? Perfect. It's 5 minutes to 9. Very good. Now I have another exercise for you. Look at the clock. Complete the sentence in words. Okay, not in numbers, in words. What time is it? Look at the clock. The small handle is on 3. The long handle is on 12. What time is it? It's a round time. That's your clue. A round number. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. Very good. It's 3 o'clock. One more. Complete the sentence in words, not in numbers, in words. What time is it? So you see, the small handle is on 11 and the long one is on 6, which is 30, right? What time is it? Perfect. It's half past 11. Or you can say 11:30. Half past 11. What time is it here? Do you remember? Do you remember the 3 options? What are the 3 options? It is 12 o'clock. It is noon in the afternoon, right? 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You probably eat lunch at noon. Or it is midnight, and I hope you sleep by midnight. So 3 options when it comes to 12. Either it's 12 o'clock, it is noon, or it is midnight. I have a little joke for you here. You want to hear it? Let's read it together. The girl says, Chip, when is a good time to go to the dentist? And the boy answers, I know, Chuck. 2:30, 2:30. Sorry, it's not a girl, it's a boy. Two boys, Chip and Chuck. So he asks him, Chip says, when is a good time to go to the dentist? So Chip answers to Chuck, I know, Chuck, 2:30. This is my tooth. Instead of saying 2:30, he says 2:30. You ready for another joke? Hey, Chip, how do you know if your clock is crazy? That's easy, Chuck. It goes cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. It's a funny joke, right? Let's continue. Here I have a little story for you. Would you like to read it with me? Let's begin. Jane goes to school every day at 7 o'clock. She plays in the schoolyard at 10 o'clock. At 10:15, Jane and her friends have snack. They have a little snack. This is my snack. See? Chocolate is my snack. At noon, Jane studies English, like you're doing right now. Now the last sentence, when it is 4 o'clock, the bell rings, gling, 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 and Jane goes home. This is a story. It's called A School Day. This is Jane in the picture. Jane goes to school every day at 7 o'clock in the morning, of course. What time do you go to school? I think you go at 7 too, right? So Jane goes to school every day at 7 o'clock. Jane plays in the schoolyard, this is the schoolyard, at 10 o'clock. At 10:15, Jane and her friends have a snack. See their snack? They have a sandwich, a banana, clementine, and of course vegetables. At 10:15, Jane and her friends have a snack. At noon, 12 o'clock, right? At noon, Jane studies English. When it is 4 o'clock, gling, 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 the bell rings and Jane goes home. Now, in front of you, you have an exercise. I would like you to try either in your notebook or you can take a picture of my slide here. Please write in numbers the times you see in the text. So for example, for number 1, I'll help you do one example. Jane goes to school every day at 7 o'clock. So in numbers, you can write you can write 7. Okay? Take a few minutes, but don't forget to come back.
after that.
Hi again. Did you manage to do this exercise? Let's look at your answers together. Number 1. Jane goes to school every day at 7 o'clock, at 7. Number 2. She plays in the schoolyard at 10. Of course, the words o'clock are missing here. I'm sorry for that. At 10:15 or 10:15, Jane and her friends have a snack. Number 4. At 12 o'clock, Jane studies English. And number 5. When it is 4 o'clock, the bell rings and Jane goes home. I hope you managed to do this exercise just like I did. Let's continue. Now I would like you, for the next few minutes, to make your own clock. Can you try? It's a fun activity. It's arts and crafts. Create a clock from a paper plate. Go get a paper plate. Create a clock. Draw a clock in your notebook or on a paper plate. Pick 3 different times. So for example, you can pick 1, 5, and maybe 10, okay? Pick 3 different times. Write 3 sentences about the times you chose. Next is color the clock and find pictures on the internet. And the last point is share with your friends or family or of course your teacher. Let me go over this again. I would like you to do this activity. Either create a clock from a paper plate, take a plate at home, or draw a clock in your notebook, something like this. Draw a clock, okay? Pick 3 different times. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The small handle is on 2, the long handle is on 12. It's 2 o'clock on my clock. So I will pick 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. And next to every time, I would like you to write a sentence, something like here, you can write, I eat lunch. At 6 o'clock, you can write, for example, that you read a book. I read a book. And at 10 o'clock, I would write, I go to sleep. Period. And I would like you to color this clock of yours. Then, please share your clock with your friends, family, or teacher. So please go on and do this arts and crafts, and I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? Hi again. I hope you're creating beautiful clocks at home. Continue. I'm very curious to see what you're doing. Show me your clocks at the end, okay? Share with your teachers, with your friends, with your family. Go on and continue. I'll be back in a few minutes. Hi again. If you haven't finished your arts and crafts, you can finish after our lesson is over. Don't worry about it. You'll have time after watching me. Let's continue. I would like to show you an example from one of my own students. I just got it now on my phone. My student, her name is Shira Daphne, and she's from grade Daled 1 in a school called Igal Alon in Givat Shmuel. This is what Shira sent me. She sent me her clock. You can see on Shira's clock that it's 7 o'clock. And she wrote Shira Daphne, grade Daled 1 in Igal Alon school in Givat Shmuel. This is a beautiful example. Thank you, Shira, for sending your example. But she forgot three things, to write 3 sentences. I hope you wrote 3 sentences about 3 different times on your clock. But this clock is beautiful. It's on a plastic plate, and it's very colorful. Thank you, Shira, Daphne. Now, at the end of the lesson, what can you do now? You can tell time in English, right? I hope this lesson helped you with telling time in English. Make sure you are always on time. I am also always before time, but you should always be on time. Don't be late to your class, to your lessons in English, in piano, in ballet. Never be late. It's very important to be on time. Thank you for watching me. My name is ריבקה Rosenberg, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye-bye.